Now imagine a number that holds the power to unlock your financial future, granting you access to dreams like owning a house, driving a car, or even starting your own business. This isn't just a number, it's your credit score, a critical indicator of your financial health. Now today, we're diving deep into the world of credit scores, from understanding what influences this number to mastering ways you can boost it. I'm going to decode one of the most important matrix of your financial life. Some of you may be saying, why should we trust him? Well, I'm an 18-year-old guy with a credit score of 746. That's at its current point because I just applied for a credit card. I was up in 759 at the age of 17, and I'm going to teach you the basics of what I know and what are must-dos when starting and even all throughout your credit card journey. A credit score can seem like just a random 3-digit number, but it's actually a complex calculation that lenders use to determine your creditworthiness. Today, we will uncover how it's calculated and explore its impact on your life and expose common myths that could be holding you back. I'm also going to provide some tips at the end of the video that you can use to help improve your credit score. One of them is really the most important and was the most useful to me starting out, especially with a low credit limit. Let's start by breaking down how a credit score is actually calculated. The formula includes several factors like payment history, credit utilization, length of credit history, new credit inquiries or hard inquiries, and types of credit in use. Payment history is the heavyweight here, influencing 35% of your credit score. It shows lenders how reliably you pay your bills. Even one payment more than 30 days late can significantly dent your score, so pay close, very close attention to your payment history and paying off your credit cards on time. Next, at 30%, is your credit utilization, how much of your available credit you're actually using. Keep this ratio under 30%. This is crucial for maintaining a healthy credit score. Lenders like to see you using the smallest percentage of the credit that's been extended to you as possible, so keep this number as low as possible. I personally keep it at about 5 to 10%, which is way lower than the 30% threshold, but never go over 30%. But I recommend staying between 5 and 15% is usually where I like ending up. Length of credit history accounts for 15%. A longer credit history tends to add to your credit worthiness, demonstrating more experience on handling debt. Understanding what impacts your credit score can really be eye-opening, because your credit score, it determines interest rates on loan payments, your insurance premiums, and it can even affect job opportunities in some rare occasions. For instance, a high credit score may mean paying several percentage points less on a mortgage, translating to thousands saved over the lifetime of the loan. Let's run a quick simulation to see how much you could save. So I'm here on bankrate.com/loan calculator, and here I've put in some basic metrics. A $5,000 loan, which is pretty small. The term is 5 years for 60 months, and this is the interest rate. So let's say this is what you got with your 800 credit score, which is really good. You can get the best interest rates from 750 up. And let's say you get 4.5%. That's pretty good. Here's your monthly payment. So not too bad. Over the course of the loan, this is what you're going to be paying in interest. So let's bump this up to 8%. Now let's say you have a 680 credit score instead of a 750 or 800. So now you're getting 8% from your bank instead of 4.5. Let's calculate that. This number jumps up to 101.38 cents. This may not be much when you look at it, but over the course of your loan, this is going to add up to almost double what you would have paid if your credit score was better and you got a lower interest rate. So keep in mind, this is why it's important to get the best credit score you possibly can. Now, let's debunk some myths about credit scores. First, many people believe that checking your credit score can lower it. Well, that's a myth. A personal check, or a soft inquiry, doesn't affect your credit score at all. A hard inquiry, however, does affect your credit score, and that means that a bank is going directly to the credit unions and they're pulling it from them. A soft inquiry is just a soft check, doesn't give you a lot of specifics, but gives you a good general idea of what your score is. Apps like Credit Karma work great for this, and you don't have to pay anything, and those are soft inquiries. Doesn't affect your credit score at all. Another common misconception is that you need to carry a balance on your credit card to build your credit. This is completely untrue, but not only is it untrue, it's also expensive due to the interest rate charges. Paying off your balances in full every month is the best practice, and it doesn't hurt your score. It only boosts it. Improving your credit score is truly a strategic process, starting by ensuring you pay your bills on time every time. Going from 100% to 90% can result in a significant drop, so pay them off on time. Consider setting up automatic payments to avoid late fees and potentially dinging your score. Make sure that it's automatic every month, statement in full. That's what you want to pay. You want to pay the whole statement balance. You don't want anything left on that card when you automatically or manually pay off your card. Another thing, which we discussed a little bit earlier, to get a higher credit score is to keep your credit balances low. Aim to use about 30%, ideally less than 15% of your total available credit. Keep that as low as possible and still be able to use your card freely, even if you have a low limit, is to pay down your balance to about 10% a few days before your statement close date. Also, something to keep in mind is to avoid opening new credit cards too frequently. This can really trigger a hard inquiry that may lower your score. Try to stick to around 6 months between opening new accounts. You can open 2 back-to-back, but it will drop your score more intensely than if you wait about 6 months in between each card. Regularly reviewing your credit report is also key. This allows you to identify and dispute any inaccuracies that could be impacting your score negatively. And it allows you to keep tabs on it, which personally I like to. It's fun to see it go up. It's nice to know when it's going to go down when I've done something like apply for a new card. So monitor your credit score regularly. Some apps you can use for this are pretty much any of the credit card apps out there. Chase, Discover, American Express, all of them should have a way to monitor your credit score. If you don't have a credit card, but you only have loans or something, Credit Karma, it's a great option. It's free, gives you 2 out of the 3 credit bureaus, really, really good. Another one is, this does cost monthly, but I think it's FICO is the name of the app. You can look it up. It does cost monthly, but it gives you a really, really detailed description of your credit score with every bureau. Just remember, building a good credit score doesn't happen overnight. It takes patience, diligence, and constant financial behavior. The reason I have such a high credit score at my age is because when I was younger, about 2 years ago, my dad opened a authorized user account with Chase on his card, and that ended up building up consistent credit history so that when I got my own card, I ended up having a lot higher credit score than anyone my age would be, and I didn't have to go through the building process. So if you're younger, 16, 15, 17, and you want to build a credit score, reach out to your parents and be like, hey, can you put me down on your card as an authorized user? I won't even use it, don't have to use it, just put it in a envelope somewhere, never touch it. And them using their card normally will show up on your credit report. And then when you go to apply for things like loans or a credit card yourself, your credit score will be much, much higher. Thank you for joining me in this comprehensive look at credit scores. Armed with this knowledge, you are now much better equipped to manage and improve your financial standing. What actions will you take today to boost your credit score? Share your plans in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well for more financial insights to come in the future. Until next time, keep striving for financial excellence. We'll see ya.